Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I had to go into town today to pick up a few things, and it's always a great idea, in addition to the things on your list that you need for your everyday items, make sure you go through and pick up a few extra items just to have for your prepper pantry and your prepping supplies stockpile. I was surprised to see that gas had dropped to $5.09, which is like 50 cents less than it was maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So that was a dramatic drop that I hadn't seen it dropping little by little because I haven't really been out anywhere for quite a while. Nobody knows how long that will last, and we do need to be cognizant that they have released some of the strategic oil supply. That's the backup, the must-have, say, prepper pantry of gasoline and oil for our country. So that should be concerning, that we don't want to deplete our strategic reserve. That's like depleting your prepper pantry when you don't need to, because things begin to get hard. Because then what if things become much harder? Then what do? We need to continue to add to our prepper stockpile, but remember, don't just buy things. You need to use, rotate, and replace the items that you need. Look over the things that you would use all the time, and those are the items you want to have backups. I was shocked to see there was still barely any baby formula with a limit of 4, and they seemed like they were small cans. I remember thinking they used to be larger, but maybe that's just the way they make it these days. I also noticed that they've been doing a bit of rearranging in the store that I went to, which was Fred Meyer's, and they're actually making the aisles wider. Why would they be making them wider? Because there's going to be fewer of them, which means there's going to be fewer items in the store. That should be concerning on its own, that the stores are preparing to have less. There were plenty of shoppers in the store. Some of the aisles, of course, had almost nothing on them, and many of the shelves did not have any price on what things were. But let me show you the 5 items that I did choose and tell you a little more about it. First, I bought some gallon ziploc bags. They only had the storage bags. They didn't have any of the freezer bags, and there were no off-brand of the ziploc top bags. And you know, most stores have a store brand, including Fred Meyer's, which is part of Kroger, but they didn't have anything that was generic. They had almost none of these and 0 of the freezer bags. So if this is something that you need, be on the lookout to make sure that you can find them. I also thought they were pretty expensive because for 38 bags it was $6.79. But then I was lucky to get them because there were almost none. Fall is coming. It's starting to get hours of darkness here in Alaska in the nighttime, and that's when you start noticing that you need a few more light bulbs. So I wanted to make sure that I had extra light bulbs. I like to use the 60-watt LED. That's the most common bulb that I use. You can find them in daylight or soft white, but I prefer the soft white because I don't like that glary blue type color that some of them have. And they didn't have any 4-packs. They had 2 of these of the 2-packs, and that was it for 60-watt bulbs. And the 2-pack was on sale, $1.80 off, at $4.19 for 2 light bulbs. Remember the good old days when you could get like 5 for $1? Yeah, that's a long time ago. Or is it? Yes, prices are going up. If you need light bulbs, stock up now if you can find the ones that you like. So be on the lookout for things that you'll be needing as our seasons change. Something I like to include with my disposable dishes and cookware and the emergency cooking are disposable bowls. And so I was able to get a package of 24 of the paper disposable bowls for $4.99. These can be extremely difficult to find. And so if you're planning on eating soup, stews, chilies, things like that, make sure that you have a way to serve it that you don't have to wash a lot of dishes if for some reason the water stops running. You could even use a paper bowl to line a regular bowl so that you have something sturdy if you want. And then you are able to dispose of these. If you can't wash your dishes, you have options. Or if you go camping, sometimes you need these kind of things because you just don't have the water available. So if you need some paper products, stock up now because summer is getting to be the time that it's over. And so the camping and picnic season is ending. We're going to be getting into, say, hunting season when they're all going to be gone until like long after the holiday season because they tend to be a seasonal item, I think. Let me know if you think that these are a seasonal item and they're harder to find during the winter time. Maybe if you live somewhere where it's warm all the time and you have barbecues all winter long, that they continue to have them. But I think they tend to be seasonal in my experience, but that may be because I live in Alaska. I was glad to see there's an added variety of the Amy soups. These are natural, they're organic. It's been extremely hard to get the Thai coconut, which is my favorite, and this is only the only can they had in the store. And a few months ago I was able to get 2 of them, and that's the first time I had seen them since the pandemic began. This soup was just not available. So when I saw 2 a few months ago, I bought them. When I saw the single can today, I bought it. If there'd been more, they would have all come home with me, but they didn't have more. So if there's something that you enjoy eating, keep your eye out on it, and if you can find it, stock up, because we never know when it won't be available again. And sometimes manufacturers just stop making things, and that can be sad when it's something that you enjoy. When you're prepping, never forget your pets. Your pets depend on you, just like small children. They can't go to the store, they can't provide their own food, and so I wanted to get an extra bag of dog food for my little dog Teddy. He's been enjoying the Caesar rotisserie chicken flavor, and he likes it, and he can be very picky. So when I was getting down to the bottom of the bag, I thought I'm going to pick up a couple extras, and guess what? This was the only bag they had of the Caesar rotisserie chicken flavor. It's 2.7 pounds, and it was $6.99, and the only one that they had. The shelf was bare, and I wouldn't ever want to have my little dog go without food. And you don't want to start trying to change their diet in an emergency, because that's when they can become ill. They can be vomiting, get diarrhea. So make sure that you have a food that is agreeable with your pet's digestive system. Maybe you're like me and you've been staying home a lot more in the last several years. Make your home comfy, cozy. Get rid of some of the old stuff. Add a few extra snuggly nice things. Like I bought this fuzzy pillow for $19.99, and it was a splurge, but it's certainly going to help me have more comfort and enjoyment in my home. And sometimes we need a little comfort and joy so that we know that we can make the best of it. I have something that can be a comfort to me. We're too big to have our security blankets, but we might want to have a nice soft pillow. If there's an item that you especially enjoy, just for a little bit of expense that can help make your home a little cozier and make you feel a little better, tell us what it is. Because sometimes we just need to say, oh, a little plant, that's a great idea. Oh, a soft pillow, nice. It could be any little thing that you think helps make your day and your life at your home more comfortable. Prepping isn't always just about beans and rice. There are other things that we need, like food for our pets, ways to make it easy to store our food, wash our dishes, and just to have a few things that we like. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.